About 4,500 years ago, on the vast Chengdu Plain in Sichuan, China, there existed a fascinating tribe known as the ancient kingdom of Shu. Legend has it that the inhabitants of this tribe were tall in stature and possessed remarkably peculiar features. Of particular interest was their first king, Kong, who had a unique pair of slanted and prolonged eyes with protruding eyeballs. This mysterious ancient tribe is gradually revealed to the world through the excavation of the Sanxingdui site, one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. However, what is perplexing is that despite the discovery of tens of thousands of precious artifacts at the Sanxingdui, not a single trace of written language has been found. Where did the Sanxingdui civilization originate from? What secrets does it hold? Why did it suddenly vanish without a trace? These questions continue to puzzle people today. In 1929, Yan Daocheng, a farmer from Guang'an, Sichuan, made an accidental discovery while clearing a drainage ditch. He came across a piece of green stone slab, and upon opening it, was amazed to find over 400 jade artifacts. This discovery was like opening Pandora's box, unleashing a world of wonder. In 1934, the first excavation of Sanxingdui took place. However, it wasn't until 1986 that Sanxingdui, which had been asleep for over 3,000 years, woke up and astonished the world. This archaeological excavation brought forth thousands of world-class cultural relics, including bronze standing figure, bronze sacred trees, gold scepters, bronze masks, gold masks, ivory, and more. Sanxingdui consists of 3 interconnected mounds. Each mound is tens to hundreds of meters long and approximately 5 to 8 meters high, covering an area of 12 square kilometers. According to research, the core area, which is about 3.6 square kilometers, was once the capital of the ancient Shu kingdom. Its history can be traced back from 4,500 years ago to 3,000 years ago. The bronze and gold artifacts found in Sanxingdui exhibit intricate craftsmanship and unique designs. Some of objects are of substantial size and exude a mysterious spirituality, as if they contain hidden codes of human civilization, waiting for us to decipher them. The prototype of the bronze sacred trees is believed to have grown at 30 degrees north latitude. 8 bronze sacred trees were excavated at Sanxingdui, with the most well-preserved being the large bronze sacred tree labeled as number 1. It consists of a base, trunk, and dragon, standing at a height of 3.96 meters. Although the tree top is damaged, it is currently the largest bronze object ever discovered in the world. The base of the sacred tree is adorned with patterns that symbolize the sun. The tree branches are divided into 3 layers, with 3 branches on each layer. Each branch is adorned with blossoms that are either upward or downward facing. The entire tree has a total of 9 birds, each standing on an upward-facing blossom branch. The trunk of the tree is entwined with a dragon. The bronze sacred tree is a magnificent physical specimen of the cosmic tree. It reflects the ancient Shu people's reverence for the Sunday and Sunday deities. According to expert analysis, the closest counterparts to the bronze sacred tree are the 2 sacred trees mentioned in the ancient Chinese classic Shanhai Jing, Fusong and Ruomu. The main function of the sacred tree is to reach the heaven. It serves as a connection between heaven and earth, facilitating communication between humans and deities. Deities descend to the mortal realm through the sacred tree, while shamans ascend to the heaven. The dragons on the tree symbolize the means by which the shamans ascend to the heaven. In the book The Secrets of Ancient China, British scholar Rosen wrote that the bronze sacred tree of Sanxingdui may imply that it represents a non-material world beyond the human realm. The large bronze tree of Sanxingdui, with its trunk, birds, flowers, and sun, presents a theme of reaching the heavens. Does the bronze sacred tree have a real-life prototype? Scholars have pointed out that the gong tong tree, also known as the dove tree, might be the actual prototype of the sacred tree. Gong tong is a rare species that survived from the Quaternary glacial period and is a single genus unique to China. Along with the giant panda, it is referred to as a living fossil of the animal and plant kingdom. Gong tong has high environmental requirements and is only found in a few mysterious locations near 30 degrees north latitude. The ancient mythical Ruamu is believed to be the sacred tree where the sun rests, capable of withstanding the scorching heat. The gong tong tree has an important biological characteristic: it contains abundant moisture, and naturally grown gong tong trees are nearly impossible to ignite. Therefore, the gong tong tree might have been considered a sacred tree by ancient people due to its resemblance to the flowers and leaves of Ruamu, as well as its fire-resistant biological characteristic. Why was the noble statue cut in half? Among the numerous bronze statues found in Sanxingdui, the most regal one is the bronze standing figure, also the largest and most complete bronze figure in the world. It stands at a height of 2.62 meters, with the figure itself being 1.72 meters tall and weighing approximately 180 kilograms. This majestic figure wears a tall crown, with prominent facial features and distinct lines. The figure is adorned in magnificent three-layered robes. The attire is intricately detailed, showcasing his noble status. With both hands clasped, one above the other, they appear to be suspended in the air, forming an embracing posture. Standing barefoot on a square-shaped monster pedestal, he exudes a dignified and divine presence, as if a king possessing extraordinary powers that reach the heavens is conducting a ritual. What was the identity of this colossal standing figure? The prevailing and authoritative belief is that he was the highest leader of ancient Shu kingdom, embodying the roles of both a deity and a king. He symbolized the divine authority and royal power, serving as a messenger bridging the two worlds of the divine realm and the human realm. However, it is perplexing that the bronze standing figure was unearthed with a break at the waist. It has been determined that this damage occurred prior to burial. What exactly happened in ancient Shu kingdom? What kind of hardships did this esteemed ruler endure? These questions remain shrouded in the distant past, without clear answers. What secrets lie beneath the exaggerated countenance? Among the bronze artifacts discovered at Sanxingdui, there are numerous bronze masks and figurines. Their facial features are exaggerated, with high noses, wide eyes, large ears, and diverse expressions. The most unique and striking among them is the vertical-eyed bronze mask. It measures 66 centimeters in height and 138 centimeters in width. The eyes of the mask are incredibly distinctive. They have elongated slanted shapes, with extremely exaggerated eyeballs that protrude like cylindrical shapes, reaching up to 16 centimeters in length. Who is this exaggerated, smiling mask? According to ancient textual records, the first king of the ancient Shu civilization, Ken Kong, had straight eyes. In ancient Chinese mythology, the deity the Long also had upright eyes. With a human face and a snake body, the Long could control the light and darkness of the heavens and the earth. This mask may have been crafted in the image of a fusion between humans and gods, emphasizing the unity of humans and deities. The enormous size and extremely exaggerated eyes and ears highlight its divinity, representing the ancestral god of the ancient Shu civilization. North latitude 30 degrees and a magical power. North latitude 30 degrees, a mysterious zone. A magical power seems to have converged numerous human civilizations here. Ancient Maya civilization, ancient Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamian Civilization, and of course, Sanxingdui, all have connections to the origin and development of humanity, brimming with mystery. What kind of connections exist among the ancient civilizations in this zone? At Sanxingdui, there are many solar-shaped artifacts. Among them, the famous one is sun-shaped bronze wheel with a diameter of 85 centimeters, which is a sacred object in the temple. Additionally, the bronze standing figure and bronze sacred tree, significant artifacts, are adorned with a multitude of solar motifs. This indicates the reverence of the people of Sanxingdui towards the sun god. In Maya culture, the creator deity is Itzamna, who is also a sun god. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the most renowned sun god is Ra, considered the king of all gods, the creator, and ruler of the world. The bronze sun disk unearthed at Sanxingdui bears resemblance to the symbols representing the sun in ancient Egyptian murals. The Mesopotamian civilization also worshipped the sun, with their sun god being Shamash. The Sanxingdui also uncovered a golden scepter. It measures 143 centimeters in length and 2.3 centimeters in diameter, symbolizing both royal authority and divine authority. In Chinese civilization, symbols of power are often represented by ding. However, in ancient Greek civilization along the Mediterranean coast, ancient Egyptian civilization, and Mesopotamian civilization, the highest authority is symbolized by scepters. For example, the scene depicted on the famous Hammurabi's Code of Law stele in the Louvre Museum shows the sun god Shamash granting the scepter to Hammurabi. The bronze sacred tree at the Sanxingdui site bears resemblance to the stone carving depicting King Gilgamesh of the Sumerian civilization praying to the Tree of Life. The bronze divine tree also shares many similarities with the Saba sacred tree in Maya civilization. These symbolic trees highlight the common cosmological views among various civilizations. It is difficult for us to imagine how, over 3,000 years ago, several great civilizations separated by towering mountains, rugged hills, rivers, and vast seas managed to communicate with each other. Perhaps the rise of these ancient civilizations was orchestrated and unified from the beginning. However, the methods of communication between them and the driving forces behind their development still remain hidden in the realm of mystery. Why does Sanxingdui, which is inland, have a lot of shells? In 1986, an astonishing discovery of a significant amount of shells was made at the Sanxingdui archaeological site. These special shells are known as Cypria manita and are primarily found in the South China Sea and the Indian Ocean regions. Before the emergence of metal currency, shells were a common form of primitive currency widely used and symbolized wealth and power. However, a question arises: why would such a large number of shells accumulate in Sanxingdui, which is far from the ocean? How were these shells transported to this inland location? Could it be that the people of Sanxingdui possessed a unique ability to traverse time and space, allowing them to reach the Indian Ocean or even more distant places? Now, only a small part of the archaeological excavation in Sanxingdui has been completed, and I hope it will bring us more surprises and answers in the future. Thanks for watching Mr. Y Talks.